Oh boy, are we really doing this, Cory?
I guess so, dude. What the fuck? What's going on?
All right. Welcome to the Eaglehub. Uh, Fuck, I don't even remember how we introduced you. It's been years. Welcome to the Eaglehub from the Eagles of the Pacific Northwest. The all two of us.
You know,
In case you don't remember who I am, I'm King Bryan.
I'm Corey, member of the Eagles.
The most important thing of any Eagle production, of course, is beer. So let's just start with the beer of the episode. I believe
Yeah.
Corey and I are both drinking the same thing, and this is Hetty Alice Beer's Zest Coast IPA, given
Yep.
to us by our good friend Jason at
What
the Oregon ROC this weekend.
part of the PNW Bros?
Yeah, the PNW Bros. Go
Yeah.
Bros.
Okay, cute.
Um, I just had my first sip. It's nice. It's definitely very citrusy as the can might lead you to believe.
Oh yeah, it's featuring Strata, El Dorado, and Citra.
Yeah.
6.6 ABV.
Or as our previous host probably would have said, Sintra.
Citra. Yeah.
Yeah.
My bad.
Uh,
All right.
yeah. He might not be dead, but he might as well. So this one will be a little weird because this is our first time recording one of these again. There will be no disclaimer for this, but there's going to be the Standard Eagle disclaimer coming soon for these featured podcasts. When we started the Eagle Cast, it was first and foremost about repping clicks in the Pacific Northwest. And as we fuck around with Eaglehub and figure out what the hell we're doing, once again, first and foremost, we are about the Pacific Northwest. So we are going to be going over ROC States, Oregon. It just happened 2 days ago from the time that we're recording this. As history would have it, when we talk about who played in attorney, we start with worst first. And in that case, it's your boy, King Bryan.
Tell us how your day went.
So, I ended up 2-2 on the day. Don't want to get heavily into it. We had a weird format. The organizer decided to do 3 rounds of Swiss, cut to top 16, which is it's weird, but you play with what you've been dealt. So I'll go over my team first. Playing the Heralds of Galactus, I've got Airwalker, Silver Surfer, Prime John Stewart at 50 points, Sister Cersei per Degaton. The idea being that you've got competent attackers, you've got cool free actions, but it's not a team that is completely hosed by facing a Beetlejuice, which turns out shouldn't have even been a consideration for me because Northwest players are buck wild. We'll have to look at the meta. I only even saw one sideline juice.
I think there's like 2 others from me that had one on the sideline. That's what I think. So,
Yeah, crazy. So setup of this team, pretty straightforward. Hypersonic attacks with telekinesis. I could get Airwalker and Silver Surfer all the way across the board to make opening salvos if needed. Or I could taxi Silver Surfer and John Stewart close enough to outwit anything on an opening attack because of the combination of Airwalker and Silver Surfer. Airwalker, anyone within 6 squares not having cosmic energy or willpower. Silver Surfer can turn off Safeguard Outwit in addition, Safeguard Outwit in addition to that. So gave me the ability to outwit stop clicks. Basically, nothing was out of bounds for me to outwit. So yeah, straightforward. There's some tricks that I could do with the constructs from the rings. Fortify and Halt Mutant were my non heralds on my sideline. turns out I probably didn't need Halt Mutant with the way that the day went. Something else probably would have been better in that spot.
What would have been better?
What was the Will of the Green was one that I
Oh yeah, that would have been sick.
looked at, which definitely would have been better with how my games went for this tournament. But uh, I'm going to say right now, Halt Mutant is going to be a problem. If you haven't thought about Halt Mutant, it's going to ruin your day. I thought about it and still had like a brain freeze when I played against it, and one of my losses is largely due to me not thinking about it. It's really like for 5 points, it's that game changing. It's really silly.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Let's see. So my first game, I faced our buddy Merritt from Man Bats.
Nice.
We had a close game. I think it was like 140 to 105. With Merritt beating me. Merritt was running White Lantern Superman, turning all Justice League into White Lantern. John Constantine, who he loves.
Power battery.
Yeah. White Lantern Power Battery, Wally West, and Blue Lantern Hal Jordan.
Yep.
Which, yeah, my mistake against Merritt was. And then Constantine had the Destroyer armor on it for the +2s. And my mistake was, instead of taking out his easily scorable points, I, very confident, first game of the day, was just like, I'm yellowing out, and that John Constantine is dying right now. Which, spoiler, did not happen. In fact, I don't think I even hit him. So, wasn't a great start. Ended up grinding out that game. Thought I had a chance near the end. I had a Superman to where I would have KO'd him the first time. Probably would have been able to follow up, but time was not my friend. And I think maybe the first time that Merritt's beat me. He's maybe beat me. He maybe beat me that terrible tournament where I had to play Madrox. But other than that, yeah. So congrats, Merritt. Then my second game was against Jason, giver of beers. And that game was a little rough for Jason. My team just kind of took his apart. He had Prime Sinestro. Do you have a Colossal Sinestro too?
Yeah.
Yeah, Colossal Sinestro, some other stuff. And Colossal Sinestro went down in my alpha attack. I whittled through his other stuff pretty quickly, and then, yeah, just wasn't a good answer to my team. He did score Sister Cersei and Perdegaton against me.
Oh, nice.
Then my third game of Swiss, I played a 200-point Trigon with Mogo and Umbrax on him, which I get the draw to 200-point Trigon. It's not good enough, and particularly the problem is, to make 200-point Trigon work, you have to channel your turtliest turtle, because while he is slow to KO, he's not difficult to KO. So if the game's only going to go like 4 turns, you've got a chance. But the problem is, with Big Trigon, there's not a lot of things that you can opt between to drag out your rounds, And even then, like, a lot of players are going to feel like a poor sport for dragging out their turns, as they should. So it's just, in my opinion, wasn't a great combo. It was really a problem for him, because his only way that he could trigger Mogo was off of the hit willpowers, and there's just no willpowers against. So Mogo never had a chance. He did some stuff with Umbrax. I gave him some pointers after the game because he wasn't using Umbrax to its full extent. But that game was 395, I think.
Oh, wow.
But wasn't nearly as close even as it sounds. After the 3 rounds of Swiss, we had a hour-long lunch break, which anybody who knows me knows that I hate. I'd rather just keep playing clicks until we're done. There was an announcement for top 16, and I looked up that I was going to end up playing that Trigon team again, so I just kind of zoned out for an hour. Found out 5 minutes before we started that the matchups had changed, and instead I was playing Chris Clay's Sinister Syndicate squad, a team that I'm very familiar with because it's very close to my version of it. And that was a game that that Sinister Syndicate squad, uh, one, to be able to play it is a sign of the Pacific Northwest of not fearing the juice. Because if you're reading the meta and you're worried about juice, you can't play that syndicate team. And I
Oh.
say that as a dogged syndicate believer. It just so relies on free actions to do its thing. But he had a good plan. He had Halt Mutant. I won map, and I opted to go first, not thinking about that he had Halt Mutant. Uh, he he also had Black Panther, so he took away my Halt Mutant. And I, not thinking about Halt Mutant, just clustered all 5 of my guys together in my starting area. TK'd an object and said, "All right, go ahead." And he was able to TK Mysterio across, set up a thing, rolled a 6 on the Mysterio goon, so got to generate 3, which gave him a ton of board control. Got to set up spot with a spot, and my characters are locked down. He had Ares on his sidelines, and he had the God Killer sword on spot, so then that set up an Ares bomb against me. Um, in the middle of that, I made a few mistakes. I let him destroy walls with Sandman Smoke Cloud, which, as someone who's played Sandman a lot, I should have recalled you can't do. It's only blocking terrain and terrain markers. So that set up a little bit more of his shenanigans than it should have. But I'm not going to blame that on him. My loss to him was on me. My not making top 8 through that format was on me. I would have loved to have seen us play a normal format because I know for sure that I would have still made top 8 in a regular format. But you know what? Sometimes you are the nerd that gets wrecked, and that was me, the nerd getting wrecked.
So I end up making top 8. Let me just go through
Yeah,
Swiss real quick.
I'm pulling up your build right now. If I was more well prepared, I probably would have had tabs for all of these before we started.
No
That
worries,
was
no
it. This is a free vodcast.
worries. All right. Round 1, I was matched up against, spoiler alert, the winner, Dustin. He was playing Hadar Yao build. Pretty sure it was themed, so I think it was Wakanda. Yeah, it was Wakanda. So Hadari, full points, 15-point destroyer. She's being a giant with 2+2 defense. Prime Black Panther with Avatar Animal Man, which is I think is a good play. He had a Shuri. I think she's uncommon. He threw longsword on her because why not? I don't think she really did anything with it other than having it. We had also, oh, it was on theme. My bad, because he has Sinestro and Perdeg, um, the colossal Sinestro that makes it -2 if you attack things higher pointed
Mm.
on his team. His sideline was Fortify, Hot Mutant, Resolve Green, Abscissa, Animal Man, and Beetlejuice. He had a Dumpster Fire, which is a new PNW staple out here.
Oh yeah,
Phone booth, heart shaped herb. Uh, Only reason everybody out here plays Dumpster Fire is because it's a mini dune buggy. If you didn't know. Anyways,
the OG.
Turtle. So yes, as usual, I end up beating Dustin. And it's funny because I last 2 state tourneys, I feel like I beaten the ones that win it. Because that one time, Clicks Camp we played, I beat Pete, but he went whatever and won, and that was his only loss, but he ended up winning it. And then the last ROC event that we had at that place, I think I beat the winner of that one, but he ended up winning it also. Anyways, I forget his name. He didn't show up. I don't think he plays anymore. Anyways, so next up we had Merritt. Brian went over his build. He's playing the White Lantern Corps mob. Oh, I forgot to go over my build, Ben. So I was just playing Spirit of Vengeance, Avatar Animal Man. I love Doom, so I'm going to keep playing Doom. I threw Trick Arrows because I was afraid of running to things I needed to get through stop clicks or outwit things. So I had that on there. Legacy Panther, because you have to, in this meta, turn stuff off, unfortunately. Playing that Loki to keep out Juice and do the Loki damage to himself. And then the Phoenix because when you're unthemed, you want to be themed. So that thing helps out big time. It's got a lot of TK and the barrier, which I usually always use. So, and
You
then
know, some of us are crazy and raw dog without a legacy panther.
hey, I've been a couple times. It is very crazy, man. Like especially when you can throw like I want to say Ring of TK is a little better on him because he gets outwit and perplex.
Yeah.
And because a lot of people throw longsword, but no one's really gonna base him. They're either gonna shoot him or
Yeah.
just
I mean,
ignore him.
I would assume outside of the Northwest, the reason that we haven't seen more of Ring of TK is because people fear the juice. I'm just gonna say right now, I don't fear the juice the way that a certain other podcast that likes to borrow our vibe does. I say that as a well-known beater of dead horses.
Yes, back to the breakdown. So I want to get married. Uh, I believe he won. I forget who won. I think he won Matt because it looks like he was first. No, yeah, he won. I went first. So I'm not sure why it's like this on here. Because he picked map and it was like a weird outdoor one. So that his lantern can his power battery could see stuff. So and yeah, playing Spirit of Vengeance against that thing is kind of scary just because he has Constantine. And if I attack with any of my pilots, unavoidable damage if I hit a crit miss, and I'm giving up a lot of points. So I had to bide my time and take pot shots at his power battery from range, which I did, and then he saw that, and then he moved over with Wally West picking up the shape change object. So that stupid power battery kept rolling out of my attacks. It is crazy. Like he rolled a bunch of shape changes and a bunch of sixes on super senses from Precision Strike, Thanos hitting him. Hey, it's a dice game. It's fine. So that's my loss in Swiss. It was very low because he didn't come out, and then I was trying to take pot shots at his little battery because he was damaging it and I was damaging it, and then he started healing it. So, anyways, so yeah, he won. He beat me there. So I went to round 3, which was also playing Jason against his Storm Squad. He won. I won map, or he won. I don't know why it says I'm first player because I picked map, so he had to have been first player. So, anyways, we went to Rival Respawn. I played that map quite a few times in this tournament. So I did it in the past just because orange decks weren't a thing, but they brought it back for this, or I guess it was always been back. So I was using that to my advantage to spin Spirit Hulk to those stop clicks faster, because you can hop out, damage yourself, and in turn jump back into that little rooms, and then you're in your
where you probably placed your snake pit.
Yeah, so you're in your snake pit, and then you take another self damage at the beginning of your turn. So that's like 2 frees right there. Don't have to waste any of my sideline stuff or juice damage. That one went pretty good. It was like a lot of placement type things in that game. And as soon as Thanos and my Ultimate Hulk came out, I nibbled out most of his team. I think all he had left was Spot. So I won that one, 235-5. Because I think I burnt a one shot. And then coming back from lunch into top 16, round 4, I ended up playing Kaiser Allgood. He played the other Herald. Yeah, he played the other Herald build. And luckily, me and Bryan play test each other. So I kind of knew what they did and which ones were good and which ones I needed to stay away from. Luckily,
Which Herald did Kaiser start with?
He starts with Airwalker.
with Airwalker. And then I
Yeah.
heard he didn't have Terax on his sideline,
Yeah, yeah. As soon as I saw that, I was like, all right, I don't have to worry about that.
which is insanity. That Terax can stack damage, man.
Oh,
He's so
yes.
good.
Yes. That's why I told him, like, after the game, I was like, this is what Brian does. And I was like, blah, blah, blah. And I told him if he wanted to keep playing those heralds, which I think
Yeah.
he should because he liked them. I was like, get rid of that God Killer sword because you want to take ping
Yeah,
damage.
you want to take Mystics. Heralds are
Yeah.
going to be so fucking fun when Strange Tales is in and everybody's
Oh,
playing
yeah.
Mystics.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's gonna be a thing for sure. So you had Airwalker. He had God Killer, so he'd like ignored it, unfortunately.
Mhm.
But I think he was trying to get around people's shape changes.
Yeah.
And
Or
then
it's Super Senses.
yeah, oh, super sense. Sorry about
Yeah.
that.
Which is weird because Airwalker already has Precision Strike, so it's already, a one out of six,
Yeah,
or against a Spider-Man a 2 out of 6.
yeah, yeah. The next was Chase Sky Gardner that had Star Sapphire ring. So all my pilots were ignoring that guy because they don't want to take unavoidable damage. He was playing Animal Man with Animan as the avatar, which is pretty cool. That's the first time I've ever seen it happen. He had the White Tiger Prime with Avatar of Bast on it. And then he had the Common Spectre with the Ring and TK at 30 points, which is a good call. And Fortify. And like he said, he didn't have Terax on the sideline. He had Firelord, Morg, and Silver Surfer, Bass, and Ares, and Fortify. So I think I won map, or he probably won map. Yeah, he won the roll off. He wanted to go second, so he wanted map. So he went to, I think it was testing grounds, and I ended up picking wherever the platform is, and then down below there's a place to hide, and on the other side of the place to hide, and then over here is open. So I picked the lower bottom place to hide with little blocking boulders every out around the platform. And I just set up shop there, and I just started making my pilots and whatnot. He inched up, and he didn't know my reach with that Thanos, so I ended up like just hitting his Airwalker, his Guy Gardners. I was just hitting them and then like knocking them back type thing. Either with Thanos from range, or also I would move up a Doombot and then shoot with Doom from the other side of the map, because I think I was burning. I burnt a couple of one shots to get to it. So that was a cool game. I ended up taking out Animal Man and Spectre, and I think that's about it, because time got called before I started taking out White Tiger, because White Tiger is barely like creeping up, because I think she got carried most of the time, but Thanos kept knocking her back. That was a good game. I had fun playing that one. And then we go to round 5. This is the one I played against Kevin from Washington. He was playing
The double weapons.
yeah, the double Michael Scott's
That's-
with Mogo.
I'll switch to that. Yeah, we can just go over him. If we go back over top 8, we can just say that we already covered him. And
Yeah. So he was a Green Lantern Corps theme team. He had Alan Scott, one with Destroyer, and then another Alan Scott with Avatar Animal Man. Then Mogo, who also had Avatar of Phoenix on. And then he had Mind Jam, Fortify, Halt Mutant, Resolve the Green, and the 2 sideline guys. Basketball Court, Nowhere, Mansion. And I'm pretty sure that Nowhere was his bread and butter map.
that
He
was
would
the one with the little 3 square elevated thing that you
Yeah. That's the one he would post up on and then just start shooting things from range so that you wouldn't be able to base them.
Yeah.
But if you did, you'd only have like only one at a time can get there.
Yeah, so you place like here and here.
Yeah.
This is on the screen share, but
Yeah. So when we played, he gave me that map and I was like, I want this side because it had blocking. He was like, you could like look on his face. He was like, oh crap. And then after he was like, yeah, you picked the right side because that's the side I want. I was like, all right, cool. So I knew he could get to that side because I was like trying to cover up those 3 squares.
yeah.
I think I threw a Doombot and then my Scarlet Witch threw up her weird adjacent blocking terrain that she
Okay,
does.
that's why you had your Scarlet Witch out early in that game.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I was like, I need to protect myself in case he comes over here. But I kept forgetting that he couldn't ready shot pulse wave me, so there's no need really for me to get too worried about that.
Mm-hmm.
And that was on my bad. And then another thing I forgot, and he told me after the game, and I just blanked over it. My Thanos and Beholder shoot out of adjacency or can make range attacks while adjacent. And it just didn't even dawn on me to run up, like running shot into them and then do it like that because it would have been better than just running over there, basing, like, waiting for a turn and not to get hit and then whatever. So I think I just needed to be more aggressive because for whatever reason in my head, I was just like, oh, I can only do like close attacks to these stupid guys. I ended up taking out the non-destroyer Alan Scott, so I ended up getting like 110 out of that. He burnt a Mind Gem and a Fortify on me, so I got points there. But I think he got most of my build except for a couple of things. So I was like, all right, I'm not going to give you my full build, man. So I just like tripped back to my side over there.
I
Yeah.
couldn't know.
And then he beat me, he knocked me out of, I think, what was that, 4? It would have been top 4.
In top 8 that you.
Yeah. So I believe I came in 7th, right in front of Jay. Yeah, it was a good tournament. I had a lot of fun. Had a great time seeing everybody. See everybody's builds. PNW is very different scene from like other regions.
Yeah, both in some good ways and some bad ways. I mean, one of the interesting things is just because of some of the weird build stuff that you see, it changes a little bit of what's consistently viable. Yeah, I did like this double Alan Scott. I thought it was clever. One thing that I hadn't thought of, but I noticed he did in a lot of games, is because he requires adjacency, he used combat reflexes a lot on Animal Man.
Mm-hmm.
Which was a nice, clever move. Finding a map that gives you that little hidey hole, which, our old teammate David used to love to do that with fucking Unimind.
Unimind? Yeah.
Like sit in a little hidey hole with Unimind.
With that hypersonic, you come out, shoot something, and then run back.
Yeah, and then go sit in the hole.
Yeah.
And then, it's interesting. It's an interesting way to use Mogo.
But yeah, he never he used it a lot and he never did damage. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It's just like, what? Come on.
But even if he had damaged, he is packing Avatar of Phoenix Force on Mogo, so that gives him access to regen.
Yeah.
To heal Mogo back up. And I will admit I hadn't thought of playing Mogo on like a hard to kill pieces. Playing the planets gives you just another means of hiding points. I mean, I know that that's kind of the thing, but to see it play out a few times with people trying to hide points via planets was interesting.
Yeah, I feel like there has to be a way to interact with those things that are not on the field.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, what will be interesting is with their dials as short as they are. Well, I don't know. What defense powers do they have? Let's see. Mogo has...
I don't think you have any. They just have barrier.
Yeah. So, with the plethora of mystics that we're about to see, landing on click 3 and making an attack becomes real dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you take mystics and then roll the d6 and take another damage, that's a dead planet. Which, HeroClix logic is different from comic book logic. There is something very funny about the idea that a planet punches a magic user and dies. All right. Getting through the rest of the top 8. 8th place was Jay playing Rogue Prime. Let's see. I've got his build right here. So Rogue Prime, Pegasus Cap with Mjolnir. The new Spider-Man at 35. Black Panther with Ring of TK, Giant Sinestro, Predagon, Copycat, the Phoenix. Which it feels kind of like a merge of a couple concepts of things that we've seen in the wider scene.
Yeah, just a bunch of good meta stuff right there.
Yeah, it's interesting that he opted for Mjolnir on Captain America instead of Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Maybe he wanted that extra reach, right? It gives you reach. Yeah, giant reach 3.
yeah, but I mean, like, so the main way that the Spider-Man is being played is you run practice teamwork, run him out with Mjolnir, and then he can do his practice teamwork into a Ares blades.
Oh.
3.
Yeah, that's pretty gross.
So anyways, it's interesting. It's interesting to see this combo and not see practice teamwork and not see Mjolnir on Spider-Man. I'd have to hear his reasoning for why, because I feel like the combination of those things and dropping, swap out practice teamwork for Mind Gem would go a long way on the non-rogue part of this team dealing damage. Cory, how do you feel about this Colossal Sinestro?
It's just points sitting there. Like, it didn't bother my build at all, just because Thanos is a 14 and nothing's higher than that guy's 300 points.
Yeah.
But I can see where people are trying to, like, gotcha, I'm 85 points. Now you're -2 to me or something, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah, because you have to be, like, can you be the same amount of points? Like 100?
It is opposing characters modify attack -2 when attacking characters of higher points than themselves.
Okay, so if you're still,
Even
if you're
tied.
Yeah, if you're tied, you're good, right?
Yeah. I see the draw of what it does, but it feels like when you have a lot of pieces that can reach all the way across the board, it's an easy 25 points that you're just handing your opponent.
Yeah.
Like, when I played Jason, I was just like, all right, I TK out Airwalker, and he's just gonna triple target. I'm not targeting anybody more points than Airwalker, and I'm definitely gonna hit Sinestro because it's 12 on a 17.
Yeah. Especially if you have extra bolts,
Mm-hmm.
you just lob him in that attack because you're gonna hit him.
Yeah.
But
yeah. I get the draw, but man, you got to have a plan to keep him safe with the amount of pieces that can just roar all the way across the board.
Yeah. He ain't no Tri-Sentinel, that's for sure.
There's a reason the Tri-Sentinel card is going for what it's going for.
18 ESD impervious. Yeah.
All right. Next up is Callie. I don't know how you say Nate.
Yeah. Clay. Ooh.
The Galactus one-man army. Buckwild.
that's a PNW right there.
Yeah. Galactus one-man army, Avatar of Seth. So 300 points is the red line here, right?
Yeah.
So
big 0 movement.
I feel like this 250 on here must be wrong.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
right.
You're saying that these 5 clicks are worth 50 points, but this is worth 250.
No,
yeah.
You have that card. You should look at it.
But I feel like that's wrong. I feel like the bottom row is 80 points.
Yeah, he has a lower dial, doesn't he?
Yeah. Anyways, cool stats. I'm really surprised. Well, I mean, this is a team that benefited from the top 16 3 rounds of Swiss. It probably falls out in 5 rounds of Swiss. But, with a lot of one-man armies, it's just about a 50-50 ball unless you face something that's really well suited against you. And so, not going to last a long time. Like, I know he lost in his top 8 matchup to the Sinister Syndicate team, and the Sinister Syndicate was 1 damage away from 1 turn KOing.
Oh, wow.
No hate for running it, but this is the biggest surprise and is largely due to the format that it made it as far as it did. When I talk about, I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but the one weird thing about going 3 rounds and cutting the top 16 is that it heavily favors tentpoles and one-man armies because by nature they are point denial. So if you can just grind out with a one-man army, you're hosing your opponent and you don't need a lot of points. So that really messes with the standings, and over just 3 rounds, it allows for a lot of randomness that will get ironed out in 5 rounds. I would have loved to have faced this Galactus. I probably KO this Galactus in a turn.
Yeah. I would would have fun with playing that thing too.
That's how it breaks sometimes. We'll move on. Next up, we have Jeremiah, another one-man army.
Playing the big Phoenix Force.
Phoenix Force Thor. Free destroy. He's got Halt Mutant, Resolve with the Green on the sideline.
First Flash.
Yeah. We've got a Guardianship and Vibranium Mines. Jeremiah knows what he wants, and it's not a full list of maps.
Yes, look at the sideline too.
Yeah.
I don't care if you have Black Panther
It's
Legacy.
Black Panther, me, please. That's a build where you just throw juice on there hoping to confuse a Black Panther player.
Oh yeah, he should have. That would have been perfect.
So this Phoenix Force Thor is interesting. Takes a maximum of 2 damage, is a neat trick. Means you gotta hit him a lot. Plus he's got a free heal. He's got a free attack. With the Destroyer, makes him pretty strong.
And he takes away reducers, evades, and heals.
Yeah. There's some great stuff on the options. This is a Zach Strong ass piece if ever there was one.
You hear that, Zach?
He will, because I'll send this to him. That's gonna be our first mini clip from our YouTubing. This is another build that I really wish that I would have had a chance against, because, hit him once with Prime John Stewart, and by goes the Destroyer. And then I can outwit your defense powers, so even though you're only taking 2 damage, you're chugging.
That's rough. That'd be rough.
But another build that I think definitely benefited from the format a little bit. But also, congratulations, Jeremiah. Jeremiah's been on a little standing top 8 streak, I think, now. Because he beat me in top 4 at the Man Bat Classic.
I want to know if he's building these things or is freaking Callan just handing out these builds to all these Man Bats.
This one, I know Jeremiah said he wanted to play this. And then I think Colin helped him around the edges.
That's cool. That's how you do it, man.
Mm-hmm. It seems like, from what I've heard from the Man Bats, that it is... Because it was the same thing with Merritt. Merritt said, I want to play John Constantine.
He loves that.
How do I play John Constantine?
Nice.
Anyways, congrats to Jeremiah.
Come on, WizKids, make some more Fantastic Four so we can get him some
Merritt
Fantastic
can get back to what he's best at. Yes. Fantastic Fours.
Exactly.
All right. Then we have Chris's Sinister Syndicate team that I talked about a little bit. Sandman at 75, the correct choice for Sandman. The Spot with God Killer Sword, Stereo with Universal Weapon, Norman Osborn with Bloodstone, Black Panther Legacy with the Longsword. Fortify, Halt Mutant, Pin Particles, Mimic, Ares, Animal Man for the sideline. Pretty straightforward Sinister Syndicate team. I would run it slightly different with mine, but mostly tweaks. I definitely would rather have Avatar of Animal Man on Spot and give Spot Hypersonic.
Yeah.
I know Chris said, because I asked Chris, why didn't you put Avatar of Animal Man on the Spot so that you have the Hypersonic to get off the attacks more easily? Yeah. And he said that he was worried about how fast Spot goes down when hitting Mystics.
Oh.
Which, I get that concern, but also there's just not a ton of Mystics.
Yeah, not yet.
Strange Tales.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Spot's it's gonna take a little bit of work to think through what do you do with Spot, what Strange Tales is really cycling through.
But if he did Animal Man, he just picked Invincible.
Yeah. Exactly. Anyways, interesting build. Definitely a beneficiary of the Pacific Northwest. Nobody wanting to play Juice. Couple more.
David.
We've got David Allgood.
Ooh. So we got Hadari Yao at 100, Universal Weapon, which is always good. Azala Jor-El coming in with a God Killer Sword. She went from a nobody to taking off her glasses and becoming the popular girl all of a sudden with that stupid accessory right there. Guy Gardner, Prime, which is pretty cool to see with the Red Lantern ring. Sister Cersei, Blue Lantern ring. Legacy Panther, so there's the other one, and then Perdegs, and he has Unstoppable, Resolve the Green, and Atum. I'm not sure who Atum's on.
Doesn't appear to be on anybody.
He's just hanging out there. Maps are nowhere in Zamoran. He had the Herb, Round Platform, and Dumpster Fire.
He could have had a tomb on Black Panther. Black Panther does have the warrior keyword.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. It gives him range, doesn't it?
Minimum range 6 and
Yeah.
deals penetrating damage.
There we go. That's legit.
It's an interesting combo to have kind of a YOLO attacker and Hidari.
Yeah.
Because you're kind of splitting into two concepts. I'd have to see how it played to fully understand it, which I didn't get to see any of his games.
My guess is Zala gets somehow TK'd out.
Mm-hmm.
Breaks over Guy Gardner because what, he has that poison, and
Yeah.
he doesn't have flurry.
Can he heal poison after moving?
Yeah. But he has full movement charge though, so I don't know. It's either him or Hidari to do Pulse Wave.
Yeah. Oh, does Zala share a keyword with Hidari?
Don't they? Warrior?
Doesn't look like it. Hidari's Wakanda X-Men deity mystical ruler.
Oh,
So
it
Zala
has
had to be,
to be Guy or Panther.
yeah. Interesting. I would have had to see how he played it because I feel like there's probably some little nuance that we're missing on it.
Yeah.
But I mean, Hidari's still solid.
Oh yeah.
I remember messaging you about a month ago and saying, like, dude, I think there's room for Hidari.
Yeah.
And boy, did this tournament prove me right. All right. And then that moves on to the man, the myth, the legend, Dustin.
Kevin Manning.
Yeah. No, we already covered Kevin.
He came in second.
Big D 3020, Dustin.
Yeah.
We've got Hidari with Destroyer, Prime Black Panther with the Avatar of Animal Man, Shuri, Sinestro. Oh, he's got Big Yellow Sinestro too.
Yeah.
And Predacton. One shots, Fortify, Halt Mutant, Resolve the Green. Abscissa, Animal Man, and Beetlejuice. I think only the second sideline juice I've seen.
Yeah, there's another one.
And then the most important part of the meta right here, Dumpster Fire, baby.
Go.
This is a man of culture and taste. It takes culture and taste to appreciate a dumpster fire.
It does.
So I know Universal Weapon is definitely the popular choice on Hidari, but I do like what he was doing with this because it does make Hidari a little bit harder to take down. You've got to go after his other pieces to get rid of her +2 thing.
Yeah.
My biggest critique would be, once again, the Sinestro is really easy to take down.
Yeah, I don't think he needs that. Perdex is fine, but he might as well just go Theme, man.
Yeah. And then let's see, Black Panther.
He's got the resurrection tokens.
Okay, so maybe do you have to share a keyword for the resurrection token?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or be adjacent.
You would think, even though this set was out before I came back, you would think at some point I would learn how the Black Panther set works. But
Yeah.
I can't be bothered.
I played that
So
Panther.
maybe he keeps Black Panther adjacent to Sinestro, and that's part of how he protects Sinestro.
I don't think so. At least not with me. He was like, they were split up. Anyways.
Huh. Yeah, because Shuri doesn't really have much to give.
She can give Sinestro armor token.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't do a lot. It has vulnerability. Give him a +1 to an 18.
And then he perplexed himself up to a 19.
Yeah. The 19. So hard to hit. This isn't 2019 clicks.
I don't know.
But it's a solid build, and Destroyer on Hidari, particularly against the Green Lanterns, was a glitch.
Came in
Because it
clutch.
allowed him to just go
Base.
them and then make attacks out of adjacency.
Yeah.
Wild-based,
Yep.
which is gnarly.
And
And that means that, they're largely going to have the same defense. So you can target both, hit one, apply all your damage to one. The other's still going to take 3. So
Oh,
Pigs
yeah.
for one, So yeah, cool build. I know Dustin's been on Hadari for a long
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
and Dustin's a dude that like as long as I can remember has been bouncing around top eights. And for a long time the Eagles have been talking about this is a dude that at some point is gonna put it together and go on a run. So
Hey, here it is.
it's begun. Big E
2026.
30-20.
Congrats,
And
Dustin.
he barely got there in time because he had to spend his time in the Lord's house
Yeah.
before that, which is probably he was on a mission from God.
I know. I was going to say,
Yeah,
he got that extra blessing.
yeah,
Well, you would know, Pastor Bryan.
it's true. I should know. I definitely wasn't in church that day. All right. Maybe in the future at this segment we will do Ask Eagles Anything again. I don't know.
Or for Tadas, if you got
You
him.
wanna or for Tadas, maybe we'll see. This is a good opportunity. If there's stuff you want to hear, questions you want to ask, leave us a comment. Send us a message.
Yeah.
You don't want us to record again? You can do that too. I don't fucking care.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
All right, so promoting Pacific Northwest coming up Saturday, January 24th. We've got Washington State's ROC in Redmond.
Ooh.
400 silver.
What?
Should be a good time. Currently 17 players signed up.
Come on, guys.
Let's see who we got. We got a Jason. We got
Hey.
Kaiser.
Oh,
I don't know
cool.
if Kaiser's actually making it because
Yeah,
Dave said he wasn't going to make it. So maybe we've got a guy named Zoltan.
Shit.
I like that. Declan, Mark Berger, Callan Chapman,
Hey.
Liam and Cole, two more people I don't know, Jeremiah, Matt Whitecloud, Merritt Chapman, Miles, Ernest Carney, challenger for the throne, will never be king. Miles, you had your microphone to talk your shit, and now I've got my back. King of the state of being.
King has returned.
It's the return of the king.
Hail to the king, baby.
We got Will, we got Corey, we got Zach Strong.
Zach.
Not listed on here. We know we got Matty Z coming with us.
Oh, yeah. You better tell him to register.
Yeah. I'd love to see Aubrey Waltman show up.
Dude, he went to that one I didn't go to, but you went to, and he was there. So he might show up.
Yeah.
Maybe
Aubrey, message him. Tell him to be here.
Maybe the Condor might show up too.
Fuck yeah. God. At some point we are gonna have to bring Jellybean in for a Silver Age because this is a big dumb bitch format.
Dude, this is right up his alley. I'm pretty sure we can probably
just show him 400 points of Superman, and he'll be at high noon.
Like, here's Superman, and oh look, Gladdy Daddy's there too.
Yeah. How could we forget Gladdy Daddy? Shit.
We'll find you a surfboard.
January 24th. Be there. I am sure that this will be more like the normal Swiss format for ROC. So hope to see you there. That does it for this one, man. You have any last words, Corey?
Get wrecked, nerds.
Get wrecked, nerds. Abolish ICE.
Yeah, fuck that.